I'm gonna be hard on her. Back up. Back up.
For fuck's sake. Oh no! Not this. Guys. You know those people who like on the horse's reins? Don't do that. He spooked the horse by dropping. He dropped the step down by the horse, the mounting block, and that spooked the horse, right?
I'm gonna be hard on her.
Watch. And then he just starts yanking on the reins, like as a punishment, you know?
Back up. Back up. Back up.
I'm being pretty hard on this horse in this video, and to get some perspective as to why I'm being so hard, you need a little bit of history of this horse. A family went and rode her when she was for sale, and she rode great. Brought her home, and she continued to ride great for a while, and a few months later she had a baby, and they did not know she was pregnant. They didn't tell the people where they bought her, they didn't tell her that she was pregnant. It was a total surprise. And these are beginner owners. This is their first horse ever, so they were learning how to basically handle a horse. And in the meantime, the baby came. So the owners had a lot to learn in a short time, and they did the best that they could. But while all this was happening, this horse continued to get more and more pushy to the point where she became dangerous. And because of that, and because
She was probably trying to protect her baby. It's probably instincts and hormones, you know?
of how dangerous she has become, and because of that fact that I know she was good before, I'm pretty hard on her now. I know that she knows how to behave. I know that she knows how to be good.
If she knew what was good and bad, she wouldn't be doing this. She's not doing it to be spiteful. She's not doing it to be bad. She's doing it because she's probably scared. She probably has upped hormones from having a baby, and she probably has this sort of like need to defend from having a baby. And so she probably became very protective. And that's just a survival skill. That's not her being good or bad. That's her just trying to survive. And what you could do best for her is build trust, not be hard on her. Because if you're hard on her, then she's going to lose that trust even more. She's going to get more fearful.
Good. And she has learned to basically be dangerous and intimidate her owners so that she could get what she wants. So in this video, I'm being pretty hard on her to get her back on the right track. And in the meantime, the owners are also going to be taking lessons with me to learn how to keep her on track.
And at one time, I know was ridden a lot and was good. So I am going to...
He's kind of throwing it at her. If he wants her to become comfortable with the mounting block, he should use positive reinforcement and reward her every time that she comes near the mounting block.
work on her issues. She don't want to be rode. We're going to back. And I'm going to be hard on her. It would be different if
Look
it
at
was
her
a...
eyes. Her eyes got big.
Work on her issues. She don't want to be rode. We're going to back. And I'm going to be hard on her. It would be different if it was a horse that didn't...
If you do things like that, what you're going to get is a horse that has more problems.
No. This is a horse that don't want to. And she don't want to. I'm going to be hard on her. Back up. Back up.
Bro, she doesn't know what means. She doesn't know that means to back up. That's like if I got my dog's leash and I just was like, you didn't know that meant I wanted you to back up? You couldn't tell what that meant?
Back up. I have my heavy D-ring snaffle on her.
You don't fix this. You don't fix these problems by causing more pain and fear.
And I am bumping on her mouth.
This is in no way saving her life. The way you save lives is by building trust, by building safe comfort and knowledge that an animal is safe, knowledge that an animal doesn't have to defend themselves anymore.
And I want her to be uncomfortable. She needs to be uncomfortable to have the desire to be good, to do what I'm asking her to do. Now let's reinforce standing. Good girl. Good girl. You're not going to do this to a horse that don't know how to stand. This horse knows, is not afraid, and don't want to. If you have a horse that's not afraid and don't want to, and you keep working it like it don't know, you're never going to fix the issue. See how she's out there looking? She's ignoring this by looking out there. She's like, well, it didn't work when I moved away from the block, so now I'm just going to look out there and ignore. If she was actually afraid, that ain't what she would do.
She is afraid. You can tell because she jumps every time you put down the mounting block. She's not jumping when you put down the mounting block because she's brave, unfearful, strong. She's fucking scared, bro. Watch
If
when
you
puts
have a
down the
horse
mounting
that's
block, watch how she jumps.
not
See that?
afraid and don't want to, and you keep working it like it don't know, you're never going to fix the issue. See how she's out there looking? She's ignoring this by looking out there. She's like, well, it didn't work when I moved away from the block. Was actually afraid, that ain't what she would do. I had a lot of people say that it was her back left leg that she was sore in because she rested it a lot. Wasn't the back left leg. It was the back right leg. Back up.
Bro was patting her so hard she got uncomfortable, so she started moving away from the touch.
Wasn't the
Look
back
at
left
this.
leg.
He's basically slapping her.
It was the back right leg. Back up.
So she got uncomfortable because he was going on her bottom. And so she starts kind of
Up.
spooking a little
Back
bit.
up.
And then he
Back
starts
up.
punishing her for it.
We'll do-
So every time she gets scared, he punishes her for it. Which pretty much means, yeah, when you're scared, something scary is going to happen. You're going to get a punishment. Which makes you pretty much think, okay, then my fear is being validated. Because every time I get scared, something scary happens. Which must mean that being scared is because something scary happens. So then they get scared more often. Because they're expecting a punishment.
Do it again. We're going to do this, and you're going to be good.
Why should she be good if you're not being good?
Now I got her attention over here. Looking away didn't work. Ears came back. Ears came back.
That looks kind of uncomfortable.
She's still standing here. See if she moves when I put my foot in. Probably going to walk off when I swing my leg over. What I want to do is work on this don't want to from the saddle. And we're going to do that. Look at there. I'm going to do
Now he's forcing a one rein stop.
that by pulling her head around.
He's causing her pain because she's not doing what he wants her to. Which is, I mean, it's just not nice.
And I'm going to hold her head till she gets still. She can do it my way, which can be easy. Or she can do it her way, which is going to be hard. Pull her head around to the right. Give me your head. See how she's opening her mouth? She knows how to give to the bit. She knows what the pull means.
She's opening her mouth because her mouth hurts. I'm sorry, but if a horse
She's
is opening
opening
their
her
mouth,
mouth?
if a horse is opening their mouth like that, that's a sign their bit is hurting them.
She knows how to
It's probably the kind of bit he put in.
give to the bit. She knows what the pull means. She's opening her mouth to avoid the contact, to avoid the pressure, so she can
Because it hurts.
do what she wants. This is a common problem that I see a lot.
Why is it so much about making a horse do what you want the horse to do? What about what the horse wants? What about how the horse feels? Because you can wait for an animal to consent. Genuinely. You can ask an animal what they want to do and do what the animal wants to do. You can train an animal to understand what riding, what signal means that they're about to get ridden, and then they can let you know if they want that or not.
And people don't want to work it like they need to work it. And because they don't work it like they need to, the horse ends up continually getting worse and worse and worse until they've developed a problem that the horse ends up in a rescue or ends up in a bad place. Now all I'm going to do right here is I'm going to sit, I'm going to pull her head back and forth, give me your head. So all I'm asking for is give me your head. I know she's turned around away from the camera, but this is where she stopped moving her feet. I'm not going to ask her to move her feet yet. Give me your head this way. Give me your head this way. When the owner bought this horse, this pony or horse, she's a halflinger or a halflinger cross. They bought her, they went and tried her out and rode her, and she rode really good there. And then brought her home. A couple months later, she had a baby. They didn't tell her she was pregnant. And in the process of weaning the baby, they let some bad habits slide. She had a baby on her side, and she did a little bit to kind of intimidate them, protecting the baby. And it just kept escalating from there until she figured out that she could just push them around and do what she wanted. So that's what she's here to fix.
She's not pushy, okay? If animals are showing signs that they are having emotional discomfort, it is because they are having emotional discomfort. If they show signs that something you're doing makes them uncomfortable, that's because they have anxiety or fear or discomfort around what you're doing. It's not because they're being pushy. It's not because they're trying to get their way. It's because they're scared.
I'm not going to fix that by petting on her. I'm going to fix that by asking her to do something and not letting her buffalo me and tell me no. Now I'm going to step down. Let's see if she'll be still. And I'm going to step down. Good girl. See, now look at which leg she's resting. That's the one that had the thrush in it. Still probably a little bit tender.
Yeah, see, the first thing that people always say if an animal is being reactive, to take them to the vet. Because if they're in pain, they're going to be more defensive because they're trying to keep themselves safe. And if they have an injury as a prey animal, they can't just show you that. They have to defend themselves. So probably the whole reason that she's been acting quote-unquote pushy is because she's just trying to defend herself because she's in pain. She knows she has an injury. She knows she's weaker. She knows she could get hurt easier because she's weaker and that other people could hurt her easier. So she's defending herself.
But it's just thrush. Thrush is a fungus. It's basically the equivalent of having athlete's foot. And it hurts. I've been treating it. It's better, but it's not totally gone away.
Yeah, he thinks she's just pushy, but she's in pain. And he knows she's in pain. But he thinks she's just being pushy. And he thinks the cure to her reacting to her pain and trying to, basically she's trying to defend herself. She doesn't know she's not in danger, basically. So she's trying to defend herself even though she's not in danger. And the way he's dealing with that is by treating her as if she is in danger. Because if you cause horses pain and discomfort, they're going to think they are in danger. So it's basically like, yeah, you are in danger. Yeah, you should be scared. And that's not going to help her overcome her fear.
Know that it's still tender, but it's not anything that's going to hurt her. She can still be good. I'm not asking for that much.
He should have rewarded that. He should have rewarded that. Now instead he's just going to get on her again, which she doesn't like.
Resting the left foot. Now she got her ears back. She's got a little bit of plaque in this left ear. I was just rubbing on when I was saddling her. There we go. Good girl. She can be good. Walk away. Good girl. Go back and do it again. Just a little step as stand here.
He's not really telling her what he wants her to do. He's just telling her what he doesn't want her to do. And that can probably be pretty confusing.
And let me get on and be, look how much nicer she's leading. Everything is better about this horse. Just because I got on her and fussed at her.
Her ears go
Don't
back.
mean she's not going to try me again. But she knows that I'm going to make her be good. And it's no different than if you have a child that starts pushing you around, making demands, getting what they want, and they just keep pushing harder and harder. That's basically what she's doing, what she had been doing. Just pushing harder and harder to get what she wanted. To the point where she would push you down, pull you down, run off when you were leading, to the point of being dangerous. She hadn't acted like she wanted to kick at me, but I'm not sure about with the owners. Good girl.
I mean, if an animal is acting dangerously, the last thing you want to do is make them feel like they're in danger. Because a lot of times the reason they're acting dangerously is because they think they're in danger. So if you make them feel like they are, that can lead to more dangerous behavior. And even if it doesn't, even if it leads to the animal behaving exactly as you want them to, there are other ways to encourage an animal to behave exactly as you want them to without causing them any harm or discomfort. Because a lot of times when animals do what you want them to due to punishment, it's because of learned helplessness. It's because they've learned, I can't fight anymore. I might as well just give up. Giving up is not a solution. It should be a situation of, I want to do this thing for you because I trust you. I want to do this thing because I'm comfortable with this thing. It shouldn't be a situation of, I guess I'll do this thing because I absolutely have to because you're forcing me to, and I'm going to have to deal with a lot of discomfort if I don't.
So just as hard as I was with her earlier, now that she's doing good, I'm going to be just as nice here. Let her know that this is the right thing to do. This is nice. And because she connects the two, she's not going to be head shy or mouth shy or bit shy.
Really? She's not going to be mouth shy when you were yanking on her bit like that? I think her mouth shyness would get worse.
She knows why she was getting what she got. It's different if they don't know. If you're just jerking and being stupid and the horse don't know. She knows why she's being fussed at. She got nice, and now she's being rewarded for getting nice. This is what we're looking for. So this is Cupcake. I'll put a link up here to her playlist. Until next time, thank you for watching.
Almost feels like he was doing that shit for the attention. You ever feel like that? I'm gonna cut that out of the recording because that seems mean.